Welcome back to Down the Road. Now, this next segment that we're going to talk about involves public education. It involves bonds. It involves brick to mortar. It involves helping kids. That's what this segment is all about. Now, for me, home is West Central area. That is a school district that I know quite well. There's a lot of great people, and those individuals are talking about a bond issue. There's a man, and I've mentioned him on this show before, but I'm just going to, for those of you that maybe didn't watch that episode, there's a man named Paul Dorr. Now, Paul goes across the countryside for wage, I might add, and he goes about making sure that any bond issue fails. He doesn't look at the merits of it. He doesn't look at anything like that. That's my bias, okay? I'm not going to say that is the opinion of the superintendent. What I'm going to say is the fact that it's effective when you go into school districts and start telling people you need to pay less because they don't need the money. Well, when it comes to Russel-Tyler-Ruthton school district, the public school, that didn't work. David Marlette is with us right now. He's the superintendent. David, good to have you coming down the road with us.
Yeah, thank you, Joel.
Tell people about your bond issue. Tell people about the Vote No committee and how you beat them, quite frankly.
Well, Joel, I have a different opinion. I don't think we beat anybody. We provided a campaign where what we wanted is we wanted our public, our stakeholders to come vote and tell us what they wanted. And our board was very open. We said, if you want us not to build a school district, come tell us. If you want us to build a school district, then come vote that way. But we really don't feel like we beat anybody. We just feel like we got what our stakeholders wanted, and they wanted a new school in our community. So
that's fair. Superintendent Marlette, that's incredibly fair. But I'm gonna phrase the question then this way: you had organized, paid opposition to that. Somebody had to challenge that. Somebody had to say, you know what, I disagree with them. What was said to make the point to where a Paul Dorr didn't come out as somebody who achieved his goal? Let's put it that way.
Okay. Well, we felt that the way that we needed to figure out what the people really wanted was to make sure that we got informed voters in our district. And so we told people, we don't care if you vote no. We don't care if you vote yes. We want you to vote with the way you feel, and we want the public to tell us. Now, our no voter group was very active in our election, and we had an election in February of 19, and so Paul Dorr came into our district. The no voters hired him, and he received a fee, a quite large fee, to come in and help the no voters to defeat this bond issue. And so during that process, Mr. Dorr, who lives down in Iowa, he came in and he really got aggressive, and he helped the no group to get quite aggressive. We had 2 lawsuits during our election to try and stop our election. It got really, really contentious. And so Paul Dorr, having no buy into the community, he simply treats this as a business. He gets paid a fee when he comes in. If he's successful in defeating the bond, he gets paid another fee when he's going out. And with our district, Mr. Dorr wanted to go into the gutter a lot, and he got really aggressive. He attacked businesses. He attacked administrators. He attacked many other people in the district. If a business would happen to be in favor and come out and say they're in favor of the bond, he would try and encourage stakeholders not to use those businesses. He got very dirty. And, but our board and myself, we said, we're going to stay above this. Everything he put out, if it was wrong, which a lot of times it was, we made sure the public got the right answer. And I think what we did that really helped us, we put out a brochure. We put absolutely everything in that brochure. And so the second that Paul Dorr and the No Group would put something out there that was false, we would call attention to, in this brochure, go to page whatever, and they would see the facts. And I think what really happened, how we were able to get a successful outcome on the election was our voters were so informed that I really don't think that Mr. Dorr had any effect on our vote at all. Our public was smart enough to know that he's just out there for money in his pocket, and our people are here for the long run to support kids and support schools and support programs. And our people really didn't pay much attention to Mr. Dorr. He lost all of his effectiveness in our district.
What was the margin in the
Our
end?
margin was just a hair under 70%.
Okay, well, that's significant, to say the least. What about the healing afterwards? Because somebody paid to bring him in. Somebody
Our no voters paid for it. I know exactly who paid. I saw the document. I know exactly who brought him in, who paid the $10,000 to him coming in, and who would have paid the $10,000 to him going out. And they were part of our active no group. And you need to understand, Joel, I've been in this business a long time. I have no hard feelings whatsoever against people that don't feel that they wanted our project. I stood up in front of a meeting. I said, some people were neighbors were kind of getting mad at each other. And I said, we're going to stop this noise. I said, we're just going to talk about the facts. We're going to put honest and good facts out so everybody can be informed. And then you make your decision which way you want to go. If you want to vote yes, great. If you want to vote no, great. Whatever it is. We were looking for our stakeholders to tell us, when I say us, the board, do they want us to go forward and build a school? And 70% said, yes, we do.
West Central Area School, Paul Dorr and the no vote there has dealt themselves a hand. And so they're going to play some type of role to try to beat back the referendum there. If you could, I mean, you just explained, get a brochure, get out there, talk to the public, get engaged, all of that. But if you could give them any bit of advice for the emotions that can come with a Paul Dorr from Iowa coming into your school district, what would it be?
My recommendation is, I feel this way. Paul Dorr has no buy-in to West Central School District. He is there just to put money in his own pocket. I would not put much weight into anything that Paul Dorr says, because he's going to put out there things that are not always accurate. And you need to look to your school district for accurate information. If there's some information there, ask your school to provide that information. They'll provide it to everyone. And like I said, we put out, I think there were 48 pages of documents where every person that looked through that had the facts in front of them. And really, honestly, if I took a survey of my community, they would tell me that they turned off against Paul Dorr. They didn't pay attention to what he was doing, and they paid attention to the facts, and they became very educated voters. We had a 90% turnout on our vote for our election, and we had almost 70% positive. I think it was 68.9%. And so get informed, learn the facts, learn the correct facts, and don't let this gentleman from Iowa take you into the gutter and throw all these things out that really, really aren't true. So,
Superintendent Marlette, I can only imagine the lives that you've affected in a positive way in your times in education. Calm, reasonable. I would like you to have been my superintendent at Lord knows I went to see mine once or twice. So thank you, sir. Thank you for coming on.
well, and I hope West Central, whatever, I hope that the West Central School District is successful in getting what the people in that community want.
Yeah.
They need to get out and vote, whatever it is, yes or no. And I think if they just become informed voters and go vote, please, everybody go vote, I think the outcome will be successful.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming down the road with us.